Okay, this is Ron Cheng. He's a junior here at Baylor. So, what's your major, Ron?
Accounting and finance.
Okay. Uh, where are you from?
I'm from Hong Kong, which is the southeast part of China, just in case you didn't know.
Okay. So, how long have you been here in the United States?
I got here in May 2001, so about 9 years.
Okay, so how old were you then?
I'm 21, about to be 22.
How old were you when you came here?
13.
13. So, what grade?
I'm supposed to be in 8th grade when I got here, but my mom, she wanted me to repeat 7th grade.
Why is that?
She thought that I wasn't ready for high school,
Mm-hmm.
so
Did
instead of 1 year in middle school, she put me 2 years in middle school.
Okay, so did you already know English?
I knew how to write and stuff, but not good enough for me to speak it.
Okay, so you moved to Houston?
Houston
What part of Houston?
is by Sugarland,
Okay. What high school did you go to?
Elkins High School.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess what is the biggest difference you see between the United States and Hong Kong?
What do you mean by that? Can you be more specific?
More specific,
Mm.
like between the culture.
Oh, the biggest thing I got here is that everyone in the States, they drive, they have their own cars, but in Hong Kong, only the rich people have their own car, because we have really good transportation system. Is there anything else you want to know more?
Did you see anything similar to that of the United States? Like, is it similar in any way?
I guess the fact that the British used to have control over Hong Kong makes Hong Kong kind of different from the other part of China. Like, we actually listen to English music, we have English movies, but in China they actually turn English movie, like they would change the whole language to Chinese so people can actually understand the movie. But in Hong Kong we would have Chinese subtitles in the bottom, kind of to help us out. I guess that's the most similar part.
Okay.
So, how would you describe how the academics in Hong Kong are different from in the U.S.?
Academic part is pretty different from the States, because in Hong Kong we only have 5 universities. In order to get in one, it's not that easy at all. So in 9th grade and 12th grade, we have to take a test in order for us to keep going, so we can actually get into a university. But most people just gave up in 9th grade, because the test, I heard, is impossible to pass.
Okay, so I guess the religious culture, what is that like there?
In my generation, a lot of my friends in Hong Kong, well, my old friends in Hong Kong, they're Christians, but my grandma's generation, they believe in Buddhism, I guess.
Mm.
Mm.
So, how would you feel your parents are different from American parents in general?
My parents actually hit me when I was a kid. Whenever I did something wrong, stupid, they would actually hit me really hard and leaving scars on my body, which is kind of sad, I guess. Well, in the States, the way I see it on TV is when a kid just get in trouble, the parents just go to your room or you grounded. That doesn't happen in Hong Kong.
So,
And my parents expect a lot from me just in the grade, school.
mm.
Mm.
So then they were pretty strict.
They were in a way.
Are they still strict?
They they wanted to be. They just have no control over me anymore. That's kind of the reason.
Okay. So, what kind of holidays are celebrated in Hong Kong?
Like the ones different from the States or just anything.
In general, and the ones that are different.
The ones that are the same, it would be Easter, Christmas. Oh, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't have that in Hong Kong, but we do have Chinese New Year, which is in February.
Mhm.
Sometimes at the end of January, it's different from year to year.
Okay.
Because in China we look at like a different calendars and stuff. And then in August we have Mid Autumn Festival. I don't know how to explain that. It's kind of weird.
Can you try?
We eat this thing called mooncake,
Uh-huh.
which I don't like it because it's too sweet for me. And we play paper light ball. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, what kind of superstitions the people in Hong Kong believe in that's different from the U.S.?
The way I was brought up, my parents they always tell me like ghost stories and stuff. They, if I open like an umbrella in my house, I would get yelled at because they believe that whenever you open an umbrella in your house, you're like trapping a spirit inside the umbrella. So it brings you bad luck and it's just bad.
Any other ones?
Um,
No. Okay. Can you tell us, I guess, a bit about the racial diversity in Hong Kong?
what do you mean
Like,
like
I guess, is it mostly Chinese?
everywhere you go except for downtown, you
Mhm.
see a lot of just Chinese people. But when you go to downtown, you see black, white, whatever color, because downtown is where all the banks are at.
Mhm.
So people from around the world just go to Hong Kong for like a good job opportunity, I guess. Pretty much when you go to downtown, like you're expected to know how to speak English.
What about tourists?
Tourists, like spots or
Like, can you point them out? Like,
can I point them out if they're like?
are there a lot of tourists?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
all the time.
Okay.
So, how would you describe the social inequality in Hong Kong compared to the U.S.? Like the difference between rich and poor in Hong Kong?
Oh, I think the rich and poor in Hong Kong is a lot different than the ones in the States. Like if you're rich in Hong Kong, everything just looks good. You go to like nice restaurant, drive nice cars and stuff. But if you're poor, like you're really poor. I'm talking about like a family of 5 or 6 live in a house that is not bigger than this living room, which is like 500 feet, or square feet. Sorry.
Okay, well, that's the end of the interview. So thank you, Ron.
No problem.